This is my unicorn mom, Bonnie Brennan. She is the founder of the Angular Meetup in Houston. She also runs NG Houston, the YouTube channel. She also recently became a GDE, and we're all pretty excited about that. Woo! Oh, I'm sorry, it's loud.
This is my daughter, Samantha. She is the youngest Angular developer maybe in the world. We call her the littlest developer for more reason than one. I like to call her my child component. And she's kind of amazing.
So today we'll briefly go over the 3 W's of reactive forms, taking a look at the difference between template-driven and reactive forms, as well as something I really love, the form builder.
We're also going to dive a little deeper into validators and show you something I really love, the value changes observable. This will allow you to harness the power of RxJS observables and easily interact with your form inputs.
We suggest that you pay attention because there will be a quiz at the end. If anybody caught Thomas and Ekaterina's talk from Angular Connect, you will know that the audience took a quiz at the end and the winner got a prize.
Do we have a prize?
Heck yeah, we do.
Is it cool?
It's very cool.
Awesome. All right, so pay attention. Okay, we want to give a quick shout out to some really great friends of ours who helped us when we were learning reactive forms, and their names are Deborah Carrata and Justin Schwarzenberger, and they can help you too because they have really great comprehensive courses. Deborah's course is available on Pluralsight, and Justin's is available on lynda.com.
Our first W, so what is reactive forms? Many of you have probably seen reactive forms, so we're not going to spend too much time on the basics.
Reactive forms is an Angular technique for creating forms in a reactive style.
I love this quote because, simply put, reactive forms is a reactive form. The form is reacting to what the user is doing. But we'll get into that a little later.
Why use reactive forms? The demo that we made for this talk is a simple one and similar to what you've probably already seen and maybe even built. While the user interface might look pretty much the same as a template-driven form, the real difference is under the hood. When using Reactive Forms module, much of the interactive functionality it comes built in, so your code is cleaner and much easier to write.
As you probably know, in template-driven forms, there are multiple input fields that are hooked up to the submit button. Once the submit button is pressed, validation, processing, and the conditionals are handled, and the feedback is sent to the user. If you want something to happen before the submit button is pressed, you will usually have to write extra code. On the other hand, if you want instant validation like in reactive forms, it's going to watch the form for you and detect changes instantly. This happens out of the box, so it's super easy.
This is possible and pretty much effortless because, like it says in the reactive docs, you create and manipulate the form control objects directly from the component class. Are you dancing? Reactive forms use observables that are already hooked up and watching the DOM, so you can listen and respond to those changes right away. So this is synchronous.
So where do reactive forms come from?
Reactive and template-driven forms both belong to the Angular Forms library. However, they each have their own modules, the Reactive Forms module and the Forms module.
I hope you guys are paying attention because that's a question on our quiz.
Sam, you're not supposed to tell them.
The form control tracks a single input field value. A form group tracks a group of form controls, and a form array tracks a form control, form group, or form array. So this slide might look like a lot of information, but the next slide will help you remember. So if anybody caught Rob and Brad's keynote from ngConf last year, you've heard this before. Apps that people love using and apps that developers love building. So to me, that's exactly what reactive forms is. It's so easy to write, and the user will love using it because it's interactive. So we looked at form controls, form groups, and form arrays. These are all subclasses to the abstract control.
The abstract control is a base class that defines properties that are shared between all the subclasses. For instance, value, valid, dirty, etc.
So we talked about building blocks, we talked about form groups. So now we look at the code and we find our first problem. We are defining a new form control each time we add a new input. Our code is not dry, as you can see from the picture.
Here's one of the perks of being a parent. We pretty much know everything. All we have to do is inject the form builder. Now we can write it like this, and we don't have to type form control over and over and over again, unless you want to type form control over and over and over again, in which case, feel free. Work smarter, not harder.
Validators! Woo! So, validators work with value changes to watch your input fields and notify the user if their response is not correct. Value changes watches the inputs, and validators update the user if they're doing something wrong, if the field has been touched but is not valid.
For any of you old school coders, we've actually been doing stuff like this for a long time. It's just easier now. We'll take a look at an example of the value changes observable in the code here in just a minute.
Here, we see the code in the component for the validators. Literally, that's it. You import validators from Angular forms and you attach them to the form control and you're done. This example will make the field required, and you can also use the same syntax for other built-in validators such as min-length, max-length, etc. You can also create your own custom validators if you want to.
Reactive validators are simple, composable functions. Configuring validation is harder in template-driven forms where you must wrap validators in a directive.
Another question.
Samantha Lee, stop telling them.
I got you, fam. So when I first learned about async validators, I was pretty confused. I thought, what's the point of putting an async validator in a reactive form? I mean, waiting and emitting an error later sounded a lot like template-driven to me.
Au contraire. Both async and synchronous validators can be used in reactive-style forms. Async validators can be used for conditional validators. For example, if you want to hide, show, or require one field in response to something that was clicked in another field, that would be an example of conditional validators.
I'm so proud of you. So you're actually not waiting on the form to emit an error. You're waiting on the user to interact with a different field.
Autocomplete! Woohoo! So why would you want to respond to a user's input before they've even submitted the form?
Well, we have an example in the travel app we built. And everybody loves autocomplete functionality, right? Yeah! You guys are really sad.
You're so mean!
I'm sorry. In our script, we've got a little audience cheers. Didn't happen.
Let's give them another chance. Who loves autocomplete? All right, are we gonna show my screen now? I push the button.
No, it's nothing. Help!
What happened?
Use the autocomplete.
Oh no.
What happened? Push the 2 button, that's what they said. It'll be easy,
3.
that's what they
3.
said.
Press 3.
Hey!
Yeah! We got this, guys.
Okay, so in this demo app that we built just for you guys, we're pretending to be travel agents. And so we have the departure city and the destination city. So we're actually from Houston, Texas. So once we start typing Houston, we want to quickly show all of the airports that are available in Houston. And same thing with the destination city. As soon as we start typing Atlanta, woo, there's another mic there. So this is an example of how we might want to watch and respond before they've submitted a form. So let's go look at the code for that real quick. And as you can see, can you see? Yeah, we got this. So this is the flights form, right? And right here, we're going to see get from city, which is the field. That's the field that we put Houston into. The value changes is going to give us an observable. And as you can see with the observable, we can use a pipe operator. We can use whatever we want to. And then we're going to watch that. We're going to do a little bit of logic in there and return our filtered airports. Now, the great thing about this is I've done stuff like this before, but it took way more code. So as you can see, it looks so simple. Isn't it great? Very nice.
Very nice.
Okay, back to 1.
That's my mom, you guys. Can we just have a round of applause? That is my mom. Yeah! Okay, so we've covered the basics of reactive forms. We've looked at the difference between template-driven and reactive forms. And we have explained why reactive forms are so amazing.
After that, we went over validators and autocomplete, and we talked about some easy ways to upgrade your form.
Quiz time?
Quiz time.
Quiz time! Okay, so everybody, if you can get out your phones and go to kahoot.it. Yeah, get out your phones. We're gonna go to kahoot.it.
They're not all getting out their phones. I'm gonna tell them about the prize. So you put it up,
Okay.
the code on the screen, and I wanna talk to you about this because we're trying to figure, we need a cool prize because we need you guys to like play a little silly game here, right? So we were thinking about what we could do, and the coolest prize that I could think of, we asked if we could get away with this, and it turns out we can. So we have actually secured for you a free ticket to Angular Bootcamp. Whoever wins this little contest here will get a free ticket to Angular Bootcamp. Pretty cool, right? Let's have a round of applause for Angular Bootcamp.
Yeah. Okay, so, oh yeah, we've got the horrible Kahoot music. Yes.
Horrible?
Okay.
I love that music.
This is pretty horrible. So, oh, you guys got this.
Look
I
at
didn't need
playing
help.
our game.
I was gonna explain it. And
Go.
you guys got
It's
this.
the Angular Bootcamp that did it.
Okay, guys, let's. Wow. Okay, that's a lot of people. Woo, 100 players. 109. This is so exciting.
Okay, and by the way, if you win the Angular Bootcamp ticket and you're already like a superstar senior developer, you can give it away, but there will only be one ticket. So this is scored by whoever gets the right answer and whoever gets the answer fastest. So when this comes up and you feel like you know the answer, get it quick.
Okay, we're gonna wait about another 30 seconds, and oh my gosh, this game has only been played once, and it was by me, and I was playing against myself, and I still lost.
I played.
You didn't finish it though. So when I go, it only
even
says
count.
one player. Okay,
It's hardcore.
so about 10 more seconds. I'm hoping to get to 200. 191. Oh, it went down. 191.
Somebody just like exited.
Oh yeah. Okay, 5 more people. Come
It's
on.
like watching our
we can
Twitter
do
followers.
it. 4 more people.
All right, we're running out of time. Let's go.
No,
Let's go.
okay. So, oh, I did.
Okay, wait. One more. Come on, guys. One more. Okay. Stop
Yeah! We're starting it. Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
What
on,
library
Ori, we
does
did it for
Reactive forms come from? Angular/form, Angular/reactive forms, forms/reactive, or Angular/forms?
And I hope you guys were paying attention because she basically gave you this answer. And we're looking for 200.
Yep, about 200. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so let us see. Next.
Wilson
Hobbs
is in the lead so far.
Can I make this bigger?
He's the
There
guy
we
to
go.
watch.
Okay, what are the elements of an abstract control? Asynchronous or synchronous, form control, form group, or form array, or reactive forms or template-driven forms?
I kind of like the music.
Yeah!
Man, you guys are smart.
Let's see, Wilson Hobbs. Who's Wilson Hobbs? Can we get a little whoop whoop? Yeah, Wilson Hobbs!
They're coming for you, Wilson.
Okay, next. What is the form control in charge of?
Oh, you can win 1,000 points for this one.
Tracking validation status of a single form control, throwing errors, or communicating with the form in the component. Sorry.
That's okay. All right, time's up.
Okay.
Oh, that's like everybody. So which one's right? The 93. That was a tough one.
Yeah. There's a little check mark that shows up next to the correct
Yeah,
one.
I knew that.
Okay,
Oh,
TC
Wilson Hobbs.
Bird. Ooh, who's TC Bird? Can I get a little whoop whoop? Yeah.
All right, I think this side of the room needs to like step it up because we got some.
What is a good way to keep your code clean and dry?
The vacuum.
Shower and then towel dry. That was my favorite answer. Use template driven. Yeah, I thought I was really smart at this question. I was like, shower and then towel dry. Let's see how many people think I'm really smart.
2 seconds. 1 second. Hey!
Okay, the 3 people who picked green, please come see me afterwards. I will be your friend.
Rocky.
Wow, I'm surprised. Who's Mike R? Yeah, Mike R.
Mike Ryan. You definitely need to go to Angular Bootcamp.
What happens if one of the controls in a form group is invalid?
Oh, I know that. Oh,
Do you know this one? She gets
I was
this
about to
question
yell
wrong.
out the answer.
She gets this question wrong every time.
I do not.
You do.
I got this question wrong once.
That was every time. 2-1. Okay, good
See,
job.
it's a tricky one. See, some of them got
See,
it
you
wrong,
guys got to
too.
pay attention. Mike R. Okay, I think this
Wilson,
is cheating.
you're going to have to knock him back off
I think
the
this
top.
is cheating. I like it. What is the status of a form array by default?
They know that. Look at that. They're quick.
Yeah. 4 more seconds.
3, 2.
Yeah. We didn't even cover
You
that. I'm so
guys
proud of
are
you guys.
awesome. They're just smart.
Mike Ryan. Can we kick him out? I can kick him out. Look,
No,
seriously.
don't kick Mike. Don't kick. You're so mean.
I really wanted to.
2 more questions.
What's the difference between reactive and template driven? This was mentioned like one little teensy tiny time, so good luck. The suspense.
These questions are kind of hard, Sam.
Thanks. I made them up myself. Good job. That was a very tough
I
one.
want to see the lead. We're very competitive.
I'm going. Who is
E-Dog.
E-Dog? Can I get a little whoop whoop? Yeah!
E-Dog just knocked Ryan out of first place.
He
That's
is in
amazing.
5th place. Man, I'm glad I didn't kick
Mike,
him out.
You're still on the screen. There's time.
Okay,
This is the last
question. Why are validators easier to use in reactive forms versus template driven?
It just is.
I got really tired by the 8th question. I'm sorry.
No, that's kind of funny.
Okay. Nice job, guys. Okay, the 30 people who picked It Just Is. You guys.
They're over it.
You guys are killing me. Okay, here's the leaderboard. E-Dog.
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 E-Dog, come on up. Where's Lance?
Huh?
Where's Lance? Lance? Corey? All right, we have
Here,
2
you guys.
minutes. We just want to bring up the amazing Angular Bootcamp instructors.
Is that working? I think
E-Dog,
that's
come
on.
on up. Sonny, you slacker? Sonny.
Sonny.
He's camera shy. All right, you want to say something about Angular Bootcamp?
All right, so for those who haven't been to our table, Angular Bootcamp is a
That was a good
3-day
job.
Angular
Just stand here and
class that we
smile
do
and
online or in person, private or public. We have them at 4 different sites in the US, DC, New York, St. Louis, the Bay Area, and also in London. Or if you have a team that you want to get trained from the beginning of, this is TypeScript to by the end of the 3rd day using NGRX, we can come to you. So happy to present this prize to both E-Dog.
What's your name?
So basically,
Eric.
if you want to go from
Eric.
junior developer to senior developer in 3 days flat, go talk to these guys. All right, and that's our
Thank
talk.
you.